welcome back to Katie Can't Read. I'm Katie, I can read, and today I'm gonna give a little April TBR. If you've been around for any length of time, I don't usually do dedicated TBR videos, but why am I doing one today? Simple answer, I don't know what to film and I don't have a lot of time to film today. And I'm always scared about putting my wrap-up out and filming my wrap-up too early, because what if I read something else? What if I don't finish a book I say I'm gonna finish? It's all just too unpredictable. So I can't film my wrap-up because it's still March. But April is this week. So I feel like I should just let you guys in on what I want to read this month. Yeah, so essentially April is going to be the sequels I missed out on reading in March, because I had a 5-day reading slump, which isn't bad, but I took a break from reading for 5 or so days, and it was great, and I felt rejuvenated after. But now I'm I could have fit in a few more books. In April, here's the tea with my TBRs. My TBRs are suggestions, okay? So it'll be fun at the end of the month to compare this with my April wrap-up. So essentially, my TBRs are books that I want to read, and essentially it's just a guideline for hey, what should you pick up next? They're subject to change. Sometimes I follow them really well, sometimes I don't. Usually I overcompensate and put 18 books on there why would I do such a thing? Usually I put too many books on a TBR rather than too few, because I would rather have books left over that carry over than books that I run out and then I don't know what to read. So let's talk about the books I want to read in April. The first book I want to read is kind of like a March and April read. It's a this week read, and that's Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. It comes out the day that this is posted, so I will have already probably started it by the time you are watching this. So that's why I'm do I include it? Anyway, Rule of Wolves is the sequel to King of Scars, and it's the last book in the GRISHAVERSE read-along, and it makes me really kind of sad because I've really enjoyed the read-along, just because I really enjoyed being able to talk about these books with my friends, with my homies, and so that's been really fun. And the reread has been very fun, and it's also Shadow and Bone show month, so y'all, I'm about to become 100% more annoying than I already was if you follow me on Twitter. You should follow me on Twitter. What are you doing? It's not really a book Twitter, it's just a me Twitter. The second book I'm going to be reading is actually 4 books. I am going to do a Raven Cycle reread, partially because I'm forcing my best friend back home to read it. And she said, I'll only read it if we read it together. And I said, yeah. I also want to say that this is, I made a Discord server that if anyone wants to buddy read it with me, you can. Because I love these books and I want to share them with all of you. If you've been around me at all, you know that I love the Raven Cycle. It's my favorite series. I love it. It's my favorite. And I've been wanting to reread it since I read it in October. So I've been wanting to reread these since I finished them the first time. And why not now? You know what I mean? So yeah, kind of a little announcement. If you want to join me for a very casual buddy read with no dates, no pressure, no live shows, no nothing, there's a Discord server in the description box down below. Who knows? Maybe it won't happen. Maybe I'll delete the Discord server if no one shows up. But if you're interested in reading with me, and go for it. Join us. I'll be reading all 4: The Raven Boys, The Dream Thieves, Blue Lily Lily Blue, and The Raven King. And it also times up really well with me wanting to reread Call Down the Hawk in May, so that way when my copy of Mr. Impossible comes in, I am ready. Why else did I decide to reread this series now? Because literally the past 3 weeks I've been thinking I would just be like, wow, I really miss Adam Parrish. Or like, wow, I really miss Gansey. Like the other night I was laying in my bed, like trying to sleep, and I was just like, I miss Adam Parrish. Like it was so dumb. And I was like, well, I guess it means I gotta reread the Raven cycle now. So yeah, if you would like to read the Raven cycle for the first time or the 15th time, please join me and we can chat all about it. I also want to read some sequels that I started in either February or March, and I need to finish them. I need to finish them up. So I really need to finish The Villain's Duology by V.E. Schwab. I have Vengeful already downloaded, and I will be reading that promptly in April because it's been rent-free since the first week of March when I read Vicious. So I will be reading Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. It is a sequel to Vicious by V.E. Schwab, which is essentially like friends to enemies with superheroes and gray morality like I've never seen it before. It's a really good time. If you like superheroes and you like weird dark academia vibe sort of situation, like it's a time. It made me like Miss V.E. Schwab's writing because I did not like The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, but I did like Vicious. So I'm excited to read Vengeful. I'm reading it this month. I will also be reading A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I read From Blood and Ash in February, and I immediately downloaded A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire and then didn't get to it because it's a lot of pages. And when I've been working on the GRISHAVERSE read-along, I've always been hesitant to read books with a lot of pages because there's always a live show coming up, and I'm always like, do I have time for this? The answer is I never have time for it. But since the live show is ending, I'm going to read more, or the read-along is ending, I'm going to probably be reading more long books again. Well, I say again, I've really never been a long book reader, but especially now, like, the long book scared me because I've been busy. So I will be reading A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then I think the third one comes out, which I don't actually know what it's called, but the third one will come out. I'll put a cover in for you. And I'll read that as well, because I would like to. And if I don't get to that one, I'll read it in May. The other books I want to read, I was supposed to read Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas this month, but then I didn't. Ran out of time. So I'm moving Lost in the Neverwoods by Aiden Thomas to April. I will probably read it really early in April. I'm really excited to read it. I love Cemetery Boys. It's one of those books that's rent-free in my brain. I thought Aiden Thomas had a really captivating writing style, and I thought their use of characters was stunning, and their world building was really cool, and I just loved Aiden Thomas's writing, and I loved Cemetery Boys. So I'm very excited for Lost in the Neverwoods, and everyone that I've seen that has read it already, whether it be by ARC or by having been on it when the release hit, they have loved it, and I am very hopeful I will love it as well. If you don't know, I'm a very easy to please reader. It doesn't take a lot for me to be like, I loved it. So it's gonna, I think I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be a good one for me. I'm very excited. I love Peter Pan, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. And then I have 2 arcs I need to read this month as well. Provided through NetGalley. You know how it goes. I need to get my score back up. Yep. So the first one is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and you guys, I've had this arc sitting for like 2 months, and I can't believe I haven't read it yet, but I'm so excited. I just have been so busy with other books I need to do for videos that I'm like, I don't have time, and I feel so bad, but I'm so excited. This is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. Taylor Jenkins Reid has not done me wrong yet, so I'm very excited. I don't actually know much about the plot because she's one of those authors I feel like I could just go in blind and I trust her. So I know it takes place in the 80s and it takes place in a 24-hour period, so it's like that. It's very much like her historical fiction-y, exciting things, and I'm just excited to go into it without much knowledge, so that way I am surprised all the way through. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a really good time, and I'm definitely going to read it this month. My other arc that I really need to read is Sunny's Song Will Never Be Famous by Suzanne Park. This is one of those ones I just applied for because I thought it looked cute. I don't really know the plot. Let me pull it up for you. Let me pull it up. Sorry, I've been talking in an accent all weekend and I like can't shake it, like at all. I just keep doing it and it's really annoying and I feel really bad, but I just keep doing it. Okay, it's about a girl named Sunny and her desire to grow her social media presence. It looks like she's a baker and wants to gain some social media fame. Interesting. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I just thought the cover was cute, so I requested it when I was sad. Guys, don't request arcs on NetGalley when you're sad. Your score will go down. But yeah, I'm gonna read that as well. You'll hear how I feel about it, and if you follow me on Goodreads, you'll see how I feel about it in real time. Oh, I also have, I'm not gonna go get up and grab it, but I also bought the Starless Sea. So maybe I'll get to that. I also have Furyborn by Claire Legrand, which I might get to, I might not. And I have 2 vlogs that are teetering for this month's big series vlog spot. And whether that is the beginning of my Shadowhunter series where I read all the Shadowhunter books for the first time, or my super secret vlog that I'm saving for when I hit 1K. If I hit 1K, we'll see. But when I hit 1K subscribers, a whole 1,000, I have a vlog planned that is, I'm a little bit dreading, but the masses are gonna love it. Y'all are gonna love it. So if I hit 1K this month, then that will be this month's vlog. But if I don't, then I will be reading the first 3 Mortal Instruments books, probably, maybe, if I don't get overwhelmed with everything else I'm doing this month. But you see why my TBRs are weird. I just sort of say things and then you'll see, things will not happen. Some of these will fall through, it won't happen, but we live our lives and we move forward. And I promise I will have probably read 10 to 12 books at the end of April. Anyway, that is a TBR video, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever do a full dedicated TBR video like this again. I also am very scared of doing TBR games. Anyone who does a TBR game, you're my literal hero. How do you lose that? Like, how do you give the control to fate? I cannot let fate control my reading material. I simply cannot. But yeah, thank you for watching. If there are any of these books that you're like, prioritize this, comment it below. I'm very interested in seeing what you guys want me to read or what you want me to think about things. I'm very excited for April as a reading month. Join my Raven Cycle buddy read or else. Just kidding. Do what you need to do. We're gonna have a really good time in April. It's gonna be a great little monthy. And yeah, please make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and I will see you there, in the next chapter. Bye, thank you.